you imagine if everyone, if we all pulled together and did the same thing, how fast we would grow as an entire team? I mean, it'd be incredible if everyone was doing
Well, that's
something.
what's exciting about what Jamie's going to go over, because this literally makes it step by step.
It
Like
will.
this, you go, it's they just work. Jamie's training and helping agents, Frank's recruiting them, like we're working. But this is a simple system I think will help everybody know what to do. Because, listen, I've been doing this for 14 years, and there's some times where I'm like, what I don't even know what to say right now. You know what I mean? And it should be like riding a bike, but I'm like, I speak to so many people. You get lost in sometimes who you're speaking to, what they told you, what they said they were, where they said they were at in the process. This should help eliminate all of that confusion and make it very strategic as to what every conversation needs to be intentional. So I'm going to shut up and let Jamie rip, but I'm super excited about this too, Mike. It's going to be a game changer.
I think it helps everyone, whether you're building or if you're just coming aboard and want to sell. So Jamie, it's all you. Take over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this has obviously been something that, every single week we are working on trying to make our systems better. How can we help agents get money in their pockets and serve families faster, quicker, simpler, better, easier, whatever it is, but still maintaining what we still have, which is we have to create relationships with people, period, plain and simple. This is a relationship business. It's a relationship business with agents, it's a relationship business with clients. It's a relationship business. So that piece is not going away. And I think sometimes that our intentions are always really good. Like I like every person that does an agent strategy call with me, my intention is to help them have a vision of what it is that they want out of this and take it to the next level to get it to that place. And I want to see everybody win. I know that everybody is we're just average and ordinary people who just didn't quit, who made sure that we had, consistency every single week. We went to work when we didn't want to go to work. We got up when we didn't want to get up. We did things that we didn't want to do. We got uncomfortable almost every single week. So I know that if we just did all those things, that every person who hears my voice right now can do the exact same thing. Period, plain and simple. There's nothing special about any of us. We just did the basic things every single day, day in and day out. So when we're looking at, when we're bringing on people and we're looking to help them achieve the goals that they're trying to achieve, sometimes, things do get kind of lost in the shuffle. And so this is kind of, Jesse brought it to our attention. He's like, listen, we're bringing on a lot of people and we're really trying to be intentional on trying to help them achieve and hit their goals. But I feel like sometimes it's just like written down on a piece of paper. And he's right. Because if you've ever had a strategy call with me, I literally have a legal pad, and everything that you tell me, I write down. And so to me, I'm a visual person. That's why I write it down. I need to see exactly what it is we talked about. If we talked about your schedule, it's written down. If we talk about that you have children, it's written down. If we talk about that you're $20,000 in debt, it's written down. If we talk about how we're getting you out of a part-time job into a full-time job, it's all written down. I have it, every single piece of information we've ever talked about. But I'm a visual person. So if we talk again, I can literally see in my mind, go back to that page and say, oh my God, that's right. You did tell me that you have to stay at home with your children and like, I can remember all those things, but I understand not everybody can remember all this stuff. And I'm actually surprised some days that I even can remember all this stuff with all the other crap that we have going on in just life. And I'm a mom and a wife and all the stuff, right? And so Jesse was like, we need to get this somewhere where we can see it, where it can be written out, where they can write their goals out and so on and so forth. I'm like, you're right. And I remembered that quote that talks about goals written out and all that stuff. And actually I have it, I'm gonna do a screen share because we're gonna kind of talk about this flow of things and how this is gonna help, even if you're just getting started, if you've been here a while, or if you're recruiting. Let's see, Mike, how do I share my screen? Oh, here it is down here. Okay, and let me get this over here. So, okay, wait a minute. This is, okay, I'm on this. Okay, so only 3% of the population set goals. 3%, that's crazy. That's crazy in itself. And only 1% actually write their goals down. So people say that they have a goal, but only 1% of them actually write these goals down that they have. And according to goal setting statistics, if you write down your goals, you are 42% more likely to achieve them. I had to read that again. I've heard it before over and over and over again. I mean, Frank and I write down goals. I do it every single year. I write down 90-day goals. I reevaluate it, Sometimes I've been really close to the goal. Sometimes I've been really far off. I'm not mad at any of it. I just know that I write them down and I come up with a game plan to try to achieve them. But 42% more likely to achieve a goal if you write it down. So I'm like, oh my God, we're almost asking people what their goals are, but they're not writing them down. I'm writing them down for them. Right. And so, and then it went on to say that, sorry, I get sidetracked. If we can mute them out. Then it went on to say that the individuals who set time-bound objectives and start weekly progress reportings achieve 40% more than those who don't. Well, what is that? That's a dial tracker, right? That's all that is a dial tracker. You're keeping track of all the things that you do every single day that are money-making activities that help you achieve the goals you're trying to achieve here at FFL. And then it also went on to say that people keeping a journal increase their chances of achieving the goal by another 20%. So it's like, these are just normal day-to-day things that anybody can do. And this is like, I'm just stacking the layers of getting closer to the goals that I'm trying to achieve. And then it also went on to say that individuals who make written, precise methods to reach the goals are 10 times more likely to achieve their goals than those who don't. So essentially you've written your goals down, you've come up with a game plan to achieve them, plus you take a recording every day of how you are going to achieve them. These are just different ways. And you didn't, like, it's really like we didn't change much of our day-to-day habits, right? But we now have better chances of achieving our goals. So anytime somebody gets started here at Family First Life National, you're gonna do training camp, which everybody does. If you have not done training camp, I'm going to encourage you to do training camp. We have enhanced it. We've made it better. We've added how to quote with almost every single carrier that we use all the time. So our top 4 or 5, right? We've added we've added a lot of extra things that we didn't, like how to use the dial tracker, right? Like some people are like, I don't understand this dial tracker thing. Like, can you explain it? Sure. Here's a video exactly how to use it. Just a bunch of new things have been added to training camp. Once you get to the final page of training camp, it's time to then complete this goal form. And all the goal form really is a way for you to write out your goals. But then what happens is those goals are shared with the person who recruited you. And whether the person who just recruited you is somebody who's brand new in the business, that's fine. They're just going to pass along to the person who's actually been here longer and has achieved the goals that you're trying to achieve. Until they do, it's not a big deal. We're happy to help. We're happy to help go over a strategy with you specifically to achieve their goals. So no matter where you fit in here, you always have access to Frank, myself, Mike, Josh, all of us, Tully. Okay. So like today I did a strategy call with someone who got on my calendar. And after I did a little research to figure out where they're from, they were like 4 people down in the hierarchy. No big deal. Guess what I did? We did the strategy call and I sent all the information back over to the manager and then basically let them know about what was going on. The cool part about this is once the form is filled out, it's going to go back to the manager, right? So then the manager can see what the goals are of that person too. So we can help each other, hold each other accountable and things like that. So I'm just going to kind of go through this process with you all and let you see what this is all going to look like and it's super cool because it's a lot of just like automated. It's like we're gonna have to do a lot of stuff, but this is going to help everybody start achieving the goals that they've set out to achieve. So they've done training camp now and they filled out the goal setting sheet. The goal setting sheet, the information is now going to be emailed directly to you. So I recommend you, the person who filled out your goals, to print that sucker out and put it wherever it is that you make your dials. Because looking at those things every single day of what you're trying to achieve is going to help you press on to achieve those goals even more so, just like the statistics are. You've written them down, and now we're going to help you come up with a game plan to achieve those goals. So what happens is once you fill that out, it's then going to go into our portal, our backside of our profile. So no matter if I talk to you or you are part of Kali's team or Josh's team or you're direct to Mike or wherever you are in this entire hierarchy, if I talk to you and you get on my calendar, I can easily go in here and see exactly what your goals are, exactly when your start date was, if you are full-time, if you are part-time, what kind of income goals you have to meet every single month, even just to pay your bills, and what your 90-day goal was. all of that information will be captured right there. So we all understand exactly what you're trying to achieve. Because our goal here at FFL is to help you succeed and run whatever race it is that you're trying to run. My race is not going to be the same as your race. Your race isn't the same as the person you recruited you's race, and vice versa, all the way down the line. So we want to do whatever it is that you want to do with this business. If you just want to sell, we're running that race with you. If you want to sell and build, well, we're going to show you exactly how to do that as well. And we're going to help come alongside you and help you do that. And so this just gives us a very clear understanding of exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish, so we can help you achieve those goals. So we've gone through training camp. We filled out our goal form. The next thing that happens is you're going to get on your manager's calendar, because then we're going to do a strategy call with you. On that last page of training camp are all the calendars of all the managers. So it's very simple to get on their calendar. It tells you to do it. Once you fill out that form, it tells you to go ahead and get on that calendar. It's right there. And then we ask you a couple little quizzes just to make sure that you did those things. All right. Now you filled out the goal sheet, and now essentially it's come over to our email, and it basically looks like this. It's just a quick overview of what agency you're with, your upline manager, your name, your phone number, your email address, and all the goals that you just told us. And so now we'd understand as exactly how it is that we can help you. In this email for the managers is going to be the strategy call form that you're going to fill out, which also the information is now going to be pushed over into the person's profile and sent.
She probably wants some lead.
Mike?
They're off now. They came on quick and then got off.
Oh, it was Grant. Okay, I got it. So then this is now the strategy call questionnaire or form that's going to be completed. So that way we make sure that we hit all the things that we need to hit to help you achieve your goals. And we also want to make sure that you're ready to go, right? So, oh, darn it. I'm just going to have to do this one, like, is just like a test. So it's probably going to come back, but you know why. National. All right. Okay. So we're going to find out if you're trying to do telesales, face-to-face, or you're going to start with a hybrid, which is typically what we recommend for anybody who wants to do telesales. So it's just going to let us know what we're going to do. We're going to go over your schedule, which exactly what it is that your schedule that you can achieve. We're going to talk about how many hours a week you are going to be working. So we're all in an understanding, because I'm not going to press on to you if you're not working 60 hours a week or whatever, like most of us around here building an agency and building the business do. Well, that's, if you're just a 10, 20 hour a week person, perfect. We want to know kind of where you're at in this whole process. We're going to make sure that you have all these calls programmed into your calendar. Again, this is in training camp. You can click on the calendar link if auto populates right into your calendar. But we just want to make sure that that's happening, because these are super, super crucial to your success. It's kind of like Frank and Mike were talking about at the beginning of the call. It's not any one big thing that's going to help you be successful here. It's all of these little things every single day, not just the little mundane things that add up to the big things. We're going to talk about the things in your life that might get in the way of a schedule. You have kids' schedules or soccer games or whatever it is, a spouse, isn't home at, whatever it is. So that way we understand, how are we going to work around these little things that you might have thought were like, I talked to some people like, I just can't figure out my schedule. I've got that, and I'm like, oh, I can figure it out real quick. It's like, do it this day. You're going to run this day. You're going to dial this day. Like, oh, that seems simple. Like, yeah, but you can't see it right now because you're trying to get through the forest with all these trees in the way. And we're looking over it with like a helicopter, and we can see the exact pathway to success. But it's hard for you to see it because you're just mucking through all the stuff right now. Okay. We're going to make sure that you have your lead budget set, and you're on your work spots member. And do you understand the importance of having leads every single dial session, and everything that we think that you need in order to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve based on what you told us, based on the amount of hours you're going to work and the income that you're trying to achieve in your every single month. And then what you're trying to achieve in the next 90 days. We're going to talk about some other things that we kind of talk about every single week on this call, about, you know, making sure you're registered for the events that are coming up. We're going to talk about your phone script. How do you sound? Did you send it over to your manager? Did they say it was tight? Did they say it was ready to go? We're going to talk a little bit about how to work finances in the beginning days, right? Because some people don't understand, when you are a 1099 self-employed person, it's like you are a business now. You can't just get $5,000 dumped into your bank account and then go spend it all and not pay your business. As if not, next week, again, you're not in business. So we're going to talk about these little things about, you know, what this looks like and how much it is that you set aside based, again, on the goals that you are trying to achieve. This is super, super in depth, super, super intentional. And so we know that this is going to kind of help folks get to a different level and where they're at right now. And you can fill this form out if you've never ever filled out a goal form before in your life. If you're stuck, if you're somebody who's like, you know what, I've been playing around with this thing too long, I'm trying to take it to the next level. It's time. The time is now. I think I need this call. And so this is for anybody, but as everybody starts to come in brand new, this is exactly what they're going to be completing and doing as they come in. Now, the other piece of this is if they come in and they've completed their contracting and they've gone 5 days and they have not done the training camp, they're going to get a nice little text message saying, hey, have you completed training camp? If they say, yes, they completed training camp, then we're going to ask them if they did their goal sheet. If they say no to their goal sheet, we're going to throw the goal sheet back to them and ask them to complete it, so then they can do a strategy call with their manager. If they say, yes, they did their goal sheet, but they didn't do their strategy call, well, then we're going to send a little message. It's going to say, hey, you need to do a strategy call. And the manager's going to say, we're going to need to tell the manager, hey, strategy call needs to be done because this guy's ready to go. And they're ready to move. They've done all the steps and they have care. They're ready to go. They need to make money now. So super, super exciting. Mike, I don't know, do I need to hit on anything else, or is there anything that I left out?
No, I think one of the most powerful things is because all this information is being stored inside of our contracting system. And what I love is that if any agent calls anyone, we all speak the same language. Like if an agent calls and they say whatever, all I have to do is log in and look at their goals. And then I can also take a look at the strategy call and see, you know, what they said. If someone says they want to be a full-time agent, they want to build and sell, but then maybe they put down their monthly lead spend or weekly lead spend was not in line with their goals. I mean, it's very easy to coach someone from that and say, hey, I understand these were your goals, but your schedule and the hours and the lead spend isn't aligning. So I think that definitely is one of the most powerful things about it, that we can all speak the same language. I know all the questions on here obviously are things that we all talk about, but I got to be honest, sometimes I talk to people and I don't ask half of these questions. We kind of just get into that rut and we think that people know. And it's very easy after you've been doing this for a long time to skip over this stuff. But I think it's all very important. And I think it's huge. And I think it's going to be a big deal when people are coming on board now, because we can ask these questions to kind of emphasize what's important. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I do think the longer we've been in this business, the further our beginnings become, right? And so I think we all forget about where we were and how vulnerable we felt and how unsure we all felt when we all first got started in the business. Because to us, it's just like riding a bike now, right? It's like when people get started, they're like, how am I going to know what product to write? Well, guess what? This 800 number right here, the hotline, is we're reassuring them, make sure you have this phone number in there. You're going to call for a recommendation once you finish filling out the client worksheet. We might, you mean like, that just gives them ease to know that it's going to be okay. We're just one phone call away. It rings the 7 phones all at the same time. Somebody who's qualified is going to answer that phone and tell you exactly what to write. And so, like you said, I mean, it's just some days we just get in such a motion of just like talking to people and answering questions. And it's like, hold up, we've got to get these people back on track to doing what we know is going to help them succeed and succeed fast and be able to help families quickly and efficiently, but also be able to achieve the goals they were trying to achieve. And that's what this is going to help to do.
I see a lot of comments that were popping up. I think agents that aren't hitting the goals are not where they thought they should be. And it doesn't matter if you've been here for however long, if you're not hitting the goals, that you want to achieve, I say start from the beginning. Just don't jump right in and fill out your agent goals. I think go back through the training camp and start from the beginning. Go through training camp, then go through the goals, and then allow the strategy call to happen. And let's kind of reset if people are not where they want to be. Let's start at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the great part about this business, right? Any day is a brand new day for anybody. You can start wherever you are. Start wherever you are. You might find yourself like, oh my God, that's so cool that was in training camp. I totally forgot I wasn't using that dial tracker anymore. Or, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. You know what? I am that person that doesn't get on the live dials. It is that important. And it just might bring it back home to you. So wherever you are, just start there. We don't care. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, we don't care, that you've been here for 3 years and you're not in the place you want to be. We don't care. Just start where you are. But then make a conscious decision to not stay where you were. The time is now. The water's warm. I mean, it's crazy good around here. And why not you? Why don't you get a piece of it?
And can I say this too? There's been so many changes that have been done to the contracting system. If anyone finds any errors or mistakes, contact Jamie and then we'll fix them. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. I was seeing some of the emails and I saw some errors and we're trying to change it. And all this was done last week. But if anyone sees any errors or anything, let us know. If your agents are having any problems, let us know. Also, when people come aboard, they'll come in and they hit stop and they shut down all the communications. And although we try to text, I think it's the best way that we can get information out. But when people say stop and they shut down the communications, I mean, it's going to hurt because there's a lot of information that we do push out through text. But if you find any mistakes or so forth that are taking place, get back or let Jamie know what you've seen. Yeah, just let us know. And we're open to feedback. I mean, obviously we're open to feedback. Jesse brought this to our attention and it was done within a couple days. Yep.
And it was a great idea. Any other questions? Frank, any comments?
I got a question. Hello, Jamie?
Malik.
Yep.
Yeah, real quick. Sorry, I'm multitasking as we speak. I'm working my full-time job. It's not my time to take my break yet. This is on the Agent Hub, correct?
Yes, if you go to Agent Hub, you'll get to the training camp.
All right.
fflallagenthub.com.
Yeah, I got you. All right, then. Thank you. That's all I had.
Anyone else?
Yeah, okay.
I see Ayana.
Can you hear me? I said, what is the password?
Yes, yes, you do need to put in a password. It's win with FFL, all caps.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
I have a question.
Well, go ahead.
Real quick. I got the email with the link to fill out the goal sheet, but where do we find the links to like book on the calendar? You showed a screen of like all the different calendar links.
Yeah. So the cool part about it, that's also on the Agent Hub, but that's the last page of training camp. So if you can log back into training camp, you can just go to the very last page of training camp, but it's also in the section on the Agent Hub. You just go hover over Agent Hub at the top and then click on FFL resources and then FFL NAT contacts. A lot of those links are there as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all.
Jamie, a question real quick.
Yeah.
When they fill out, because I had a few people fill it out, does it come straight to my email or it goes to you?
No, it's going to go to your email if you were the upline.
I didn't get any of the, because I had people text me that they completed it, but I don't have it.
You didn't get any emails? You have probably 4 emails in our system, so we just got to figure out which email that went to. We did find that out about some people. You use several different emails, and we're gonna I'll push them all over to you.
Okay.
And then we're gonna just narrow that down to 1 email, so that way they'll go to you.
Gracias.
Jamie, I got a question. So is this gonna trickle back to some of our recently, like in the last few months, hired agents too, circle back to them?
We can certainly push this out. We can certainly push it out, yeah.
I've been trying to schedule some one-on-ones and to get them plugged in. So I think if I could probably circle back through, that would be great so that I can just get them on the same page.
Yeah, yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jamie, KG
Mhm.
situation brought up a good point. What if you did have, like, I have 2 different emails. How do we get the email situation resolved?
Just go ahead and email me the email address that you want to use.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Any last minute things, Mike, Frank?
Now, the good news is even if someone uses an email that we don't know, we are notified. It takes 2 seconds to go in and fix it. So no matter what, we're always going to have the information.
Yeah. It sends us an error message if the email's not right.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think this is huge and something that was definitely much needed. So Jesse, great idea. I love when people are able to come in here and make suggestions. We're eager to learn from anyone. Look, Jesse's brand new, came in here, made a suggestion, and between me, Frank, and Jamie, I mean, Frank was working on one piece, Jamie was working on another, I was working on another, and we tied all of it together to make it work. So I'm excited. So if anyone else has any great ideas, we're all ears, always looking to make things better, but great suggestion. Thank you. Thanks, Jesse, for bringing that idea to us.
I did have one other suggestion, if I may.
Okay.
I couldn't help myself because I just can't. So you guys asked for feedback. I think we should all on this call commit to be able to give feedback. And the best way to do that would be for us all to recruit at least one person this week. And then that'll give us all help to really go through the process with each other and all of our new team members.
Oh, I like it.
Love it. Great. Another great suggestion from Jesse. This guy's full of them.
He's getting all the points tonight.
I know. My God. Good stuff. All right, everyone. Have a great week. See you guys next week.
All right, guys. Thank you.